Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial. In this one we're gonna do fire inside Unity without textures. The fire gonna be procedural and dynamic and controllers. So as you can see on the screen, this is what we're gonna do. So if we can, let's check this one out first. So you see this one here. Let's see if it's this one. No, this one here. So here we can decide the speed. We want it really fast. And we have the noise offset. So this is kind of how much noise we put to it. This is kind of nothing. So you see here, if we add a little bit and more. And the size of the noise. So this is kind of, So the size of the noise is like this, right? So if it's only going to be a small one, like this one, it looks really good. So we want big noise. But let's say if we just scale it up, maybe we want more details in this one. Then we do more noise to it. So, but now this one doesn't look so good. But of course, then you just make another material so you can balance that thing out. And also we have this opacity. So if you want less opacity on it, and here you can just do a small one, you know, and make it grow more and more like this. Yeah, and this is kind of maximum. And you can mask it in a lot of ways, but I'm not going to overdo this tutorial, but you can. And also the same, if you look at this one here, we have this is more like actually the same material. And if we just do the amp here, so maybe we want a house and have more and more fire as we go. So you can just add it like this, you know, more and more. And you have the other shape, it's more like this, you know. And you can also, because it's procedural, the resolution is always good, of course. And you can have this, combine them too. Let's see, where are we? No. Is it this one? Oh yeah. Maybe we want to add them together, you know, like this. And so if we do fire speed, so if you look here, let's see, they are all the same. You see, they look exactly the same. They have the same shape, you know, but we're also going to address that. And if we just do, we're going to add different positions. So now each quad has different shapes. You see, it doesn't look the same. Now it looks the same, and now it's different. So all these ones have different shapes. So this is a really good way to solve, if you want fire, you can do a lot of fire. So this is super cool. So I'm going to show you how to do this stuff. It's actually, I think it's awesome. It's really good. So you can do so much with this one. Awesomeness. It's fun to play with. Cool. All right, so let's get started and start from scratch. So I have here. Okay. Wait. All right, so I just need to remove this stuff because we're going to do it from scratch. So we remove it. So you should get some kind of assets you want to work with. You don't need assets. You can just do a quad, of course. But I have this house here, just a plane, two planes like this. And this is what I'm just going to work with. And the first thing we're going to do is just create shader graph, URP, and unlit shader graph. This is going to be 114 fire shader. Yeah, perfect. So we're going to create a material. And we're also going to have quad. And we're going to reset, put it somewhere here. So actually, let's start with a house. Yeah, that's going to be okay. So this is going to be the fire for the house. Something like this. This is going to be okay. And we put the material on it. Super. And we can start working with the fire. And what we're going to do here, we're going to go make sure that we have, instead of opaque, we want transparent, and save it. So here I'm just going to have a quad. And the first thing we're going to have, well, we're just going to use a simple noise. Simple noise like this one. And I'm going to start with 50. Scale 50, that's fine. And we also here, we need colors. We're going to have two colors to make it have the nice shape. And we're going to have this as color 2. And we're going to make sure they are HDR. And this one going to be HDR. So the first one, we're going to have some kind of yellowish like here. And intensity 1 or 2. And the other one, we're going to make it a little bit red-orange. Intensity 2. So if we just do the colors like this and do a lerp. And put it in here. And we see we have this kind of shape. So this is a really good start. So if we just put a resample, remap actually, then we can make a little bit more contrast to it, so we get more shapes. And of course you can just tweak this as you want, and this is more artistic way of thinking. So maybe I'm gonna do like this, and I think the orange is a little bit too strong, so I'm gonna, yeah, so you see it getting a little bit dark here. I'm gonna make sure that we also need saturate, so we don't do this. Yeah, no, wait, I just need to try this one out. No, I think we're gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna address this later. Or, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not really happy. Let's see, do less one here. Yeah, we're going to leave it like this. I think this is fine enough. So this is kind of the base setup. And I'm going to, before the remap go in here, I want to make sure that the remap is not less than 0 or more than 1. Because when you do this, it can kind of mess up stuff. So I'm going to put a saturate between this to, now we kind of save. And we also going to make sure that we do this tiling and offset here. And the reason, because now we can kind of scale it like this. Now you see we get more fire feeling. So I'm actually going to do 1 here and 0.5 here. We can change this later, but I'm going to start like that. And so now we want it to move, and you could do a time like this, and I'm going to do a vector too, because we just want to add on the green way, not the red way like this. So the way to do this is to just make sure we add on the y-axis like this. So if we just put a time here, and now you see it kind of works. It goes the wrong direction, but that's fine. We're gonna address it, and we're just gonna do a negate. Like this. And the next thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna multiply this time so we can control the speed of the fire. Now it's 2 and here's 1, so let's do a float and do fire speed. And fire speed could be a slider, so let's say from 0 to 5, or yeah, let's do 5. And we can start with 0.3. Let's see how that turns out. So this is our first setup like this. So that works good. And we're actually going to add a noise onto this noise. And we're going to do it before the noise itself. So let's see here. If we just do a noise, simple noise, we're going to use the same scale on this one. And if we put it in, if we make an add here, like this, now you see we start to get some really funky noise here. So this is great because we're gonna use this to make a nicer fire. And if we put a remap, you see now we can kind of control how much we're gonna do with it. So this is super nice. So this is kind of the beginning of making a really nice fire. So I'm actually gonna stop the tutorial here and continue in the next one. And in the next one, we're gonna actually move this time and add it to this part instead. And down here, add a mask so we can have a fire shape of it. So see you in the next tutorial.